Hi there and welcome to another of our monthly market update videos. So summer is in full flow, the kids are off school, everyone's on holiday, so the market's really quiet, right? Well, the short answer is actually no. What we continue to see is what we've seen so far in 2025, a really healthy property market with lots of activity. Indeed, our data shows that the number of viewings we've arranged so far this year, they're up 8% year on year, and the number of sales we've agreed, they're up 5% year on year. And we see similar data when we look at what's happening across the region with all our competitors. And as I've said in previous videos, when we compare this year versus last year, 2024, we're not comparing against a poor year. 2024 was actually a very good year for the property market. It's just that so far, 2025 has been an even better year. So why is this? What's driving the property market at the moment? Well, there's a few things at play, but for me, one of the main drivers has got to be affordability. Only last week we saw some data come out, I think from the Nationwide, which said that the average price of a typical UK home is now about 5.75 times the average income, which is quite a bit below the all-time high of 6.9 times, I think it was, that we saw back in 2022. 5.75 times average income is actually the lowest ratio we've seen in a decade apparently, and that's because wages have been creeping up slightly faster than house prices. In addition to this, we've seen an increase in the number of mortgage lenders offering higher loan to value mortgages. They're essentially mortgages where you only need to put down a small deposit. And we've also seen over the last few months a big relaxation in the mortgage affordability rules, in the way they assess how much you can borrow. In fact, some people can borrow about 20% more now than they could have done a few months ago, with no actual change to their mortgage rate or monthly repayment. So if you're a seller and you want to get moved by the end of the year, I know that seems a long way off, but it really isn't. I'd really be looking at your price, making sure it's very competitive, trying to attract that buyer sooner rather than later. It is taking about 4 months from start to finish with a sale at the minute. So my advice is, if you want to get moved before the end of the year, don't delay. So if you're thinking of moving in 2025, we'd love to speak to you about how we can help you move. We're here 8 till 8, 7 days a week, so please get in touch. Thanks for watching.